Okay, good morning YouTube and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to start a new project. We're going to redo our countertops. This bathroom is where we're going to start, but it has a blue tile floor and a bright red countertop. So we picked up some of the Giani Granite countertops. So I picked up the silica sand for this bathroom. And we're going to give it a go, see how it goes. First I'm just going to show you a few products that I needed to pick up so that you know what you're going to need. I guess we'll start with the prep stuff. What we'll do next, you're going to need a razor blade to trim off any of the silicone from around the top and around the sink. Then you do your cleaning. They say to clean with SOS pads and then wash down with water. Make sure all the residue is completely removed from the countertops. And then we need to tool prep with, if there was any, and I might do my kitchen afterwards, so I picked it up already, the wood filler. If there's any seams or anything along the way that would need to be filled, that would be done as well at this point, and fill those seams and cracks. But I don't have any in this bathroom, so we're not going to use that product right now. Frog tape. I went with the high quality tape like Giani said to, because I want to make sure I have perfect lines and I'm not trying to get whatever kind of paint this is off the walls and the sink. And then, of course, you need the Giani kit. Step 1 is the black primer. The Giani kit I'll show you when we open it up. And basically has the primer, 3 colors that you put on, and the top coat. So I did pick up a bunch of these trays for the primer and the top coat, and then the 3 colors they blot on some kind of a plate or some kind of a hard surface. These are just leftover plastic plates, so I'm going to use those. They said to get some paint brushes to do some fine work in the creases and the edges, so I picked up some of those. And I picked up some caulking, a clear caulk for bathrooms, kitchen and bathrooms, and that will re-caulk all the edges after. And I just picked up some of these caulk tube caps, because like I said, I would like to do more than one room, so I want to make sure I'm not going to waste any of the product. All of these items were purchased at Walmart. I did have to go to a local hardware store to find the ultra fine grit sandpaper. This is basically going to sand just before you put on your top coat and in between your top coat, so it's more of a shiner buffer, not as opposed to an actual sandpaper. So 600 grit is really, you have to get it from a home store. Alright, so first I am just going to work on removing the caulking. Okay, so continuing on, we're removing the caulking and paint and stuff from around the edges, just using my razor blade. At first I cut in across the top, and there's quite a bit on the counter edge here, so it's going to take me a minute, but I just wanted to show you exactly what I'm doing to remove this. Okay, so I've been able to remove all of the caulking. I think it might have been glue from holding the countertops to the wall. But I've removed the stuff that's on the arborite counters, and I removed it from around the sink. So now the next step is to go ahead and clean with an SOS pad. You want to scrub down the counters really good. I'm just going to get this wet. Scrub them down, and then we will rinse the heck out of them, I guess, and make sure that all of the chemicals are off. This is removing any oils and dirt from in there. The SOS pad, because it's nice and porous, will scrub actually really deep and remove everything, and then rinse, rinse, rinse. Alright, I'll come back to in the next section. Okay, so now one of my least favorite parts about painting, taping off the edges. The Giani box and the videos that they put out say to use the frog paint tape. So I went ahead and got this. It's a bit more expensive, but I think it'll be worth it. I always have a hard time getting those perfect edges, And I really want that part to look good because I think that's the part that's going to make it look more real, like granite. So I'm going to go ahead and tape off the edges now. Okay, so you're just going to have to excuse the shaking for a second, but I wanted to get in and do some little close-ups for you. So I've taped off the edges, and I've also applied newspaper around all of the edges so that my roller brush can't touch the walls. Some of the newspaper isn't on there quite as perfectly, but it will do the trick. And for around the sink, I put on little tiny strips at first and attached them from the bottom and rolled them up so that underneath the lip is pretty dang perfect. Alright, so I'm going to open the Giani kit next and show you what's inside.